Bin store, bin store, bin store. Open a bin store, they said. It'll be fun. It'll make all kinds of money. I've got a love-hate relationship with the bin store, as in I love to hate it. And that's really about all the good there is out of it. So, we got this house. It was a rent house, and it got trashed and trashed and trashed and trashed over and over and over and over again. So we got tired of fixing it back up for someone else to trash. So we decided to turn it into a store, and we're going to do a bin store. So we did. We gutted the house, took all the walls out. We just got a few posts here and there from where we had to support the roof, and we ran it for a while. I don't know, good year and a half or so. And you could get quality stuff for a while, for just a short while. The bubble has long since burst of quality merchandise being at a bin store. Now, there's going to be the naysayers who say they still get good stuff all the time, and more power to you. Glad for you. For 99% of the rest of the bin stores, they're getting pure D garbage. And I'm talking crap you can't literally give away. Amazon has beyond flooded that market with trash. Half the stuff, if it's got a word on it, the name's it's going to be misspelled. It'll have the wrong year on it. It never ends with it. Then when you buy returns, it's mostly broken, missing pieces. So when you could get decent stuff, and we're in a rural part of Oklahoma, we're not in a city, and that greatly was a detriment to our business. We didn't have the foot traffic. I mean, we had good foot traffic, but not like in a city where you've got hundreds and hundreds of people coming in every day or whatever. So we adapted. We quit lowering prices every day. We would do different things, and we were making it work. But if you're thinking about doing a bin store, if you think it'll take X amount of hours to get it ready to open every week, triple that. And that's going to be a little more realistic. It is insanely time consuming because you're opening a brand new store every single week. You're completely restocking a store every single week. And if you're dealing with returns, you got to go through all that stuff. I did. At the end of the day, I'm the one looking these people in the face when they're buying it. So I didn't want them buying junk. I didn't want them to buy something that I knew was junk. So you go through it and you're throwing stuff away or throwing it in a dollar bin, and it's never ending. Really never ending. Then the place we were getting, I liked buying Target returns, and we had good luck with Target. Target overstock, Target returns. You could get good money for Target. But even on the Target, you were lucky to get 25% retail. Well, most people say in bin stores, you need to be getting at least 50% to make the profit worth your trouble. And in our market, 50% of retail was completely unrealistic. 25 at times was a stretch. So then the price of what you're buying, as the popularity of bin stores grew, the price of that stuff skyrocketed. And really the only people who I seen making money were the people selling the pallets, selling the truckloads. And there is so much dishonesty in that market. It is unreal. Dishonesty about what it is, where it come from, if it's been picked through, if it hasn't been picked through, piece count, what it is. The dishonesty is never ending, really. And I know that there's quality suppliers out there, but there are probably 10 times more non-quality suppliers out there than there are quality. So if you're thinking about opening a bin store, you better do your homework, because there's a lot more to it than what you think. And we own the building. We're not paying rent to nobody. We weren't paying employees. So you see other people who are paying a couple $1,000s a month in rent, paying a few people to work it. I don't understand how they're making it. So, which around us, most of them have gone out of business. So now we've got this building, and it's still got a lot of crap in it. But most of it is from auctions. So what are we going to do with this stuff? What are we going to do with this building? We started the bin store to keep cash flow through the year, because the pumpkin patch is only a couple months out of the year. The rest of the time it costs money. It only brings in money 2 months out of the year. So you need something to bring cash flow in the rest of the year. And I've always bought and sold stuff. But not like I have in the last year. And to be honest with you, I've had way better luck with auction stuff than I have ever had with the bin store. So that's what we're going to do. Bin store is closed officially, and I'm going to box all this bin store stuff up and take it straight to the consignment auction. There's nothing left in here that can be put on eBay that's worth my trouble, because even when we had the bin store open, I was listing some of it on eBay, and the vast majority of this stuff I just want rid of. And we'll start fresh. And I'm going to use this building as I'm going to go to the auctions, get stuff, bring it in here, go through it, throw the trash away. If it's not good enough to be posted on the internet for sale somewhere, whether it be eBay or Marketplace or one of the other 50 resale places, but it's good enough to resell, we'll take back to another auction. I'm not messing with yard sales. So I think that is going to be the most efficient way to deal with it. And if it's a decent size antique or something, my mom runs a booth at an antique mall. We can take some stuff over there. But for the most part, if it's any quality of all, it's going online. And the rest of it, I'm going to punt it right down the road back to another auction, recoup some money, and I'm not just going to sit on that stuff forever. So that's the plan. We're going to gut this building back out, take all the bins down, like this big bin here. We're going to take all the bins apart, put some shelving in and tables. I'm going to set up a shipping station, a photo station, and some shelving for the inventory. That way when I post it on eBay, I can put it on a shelf, make a note what shelf it's on, what kind of, make a little warehouse type of thing. And then I'm not dealing with the public, not open any set times, not dealing with any of that stuff you are with a store. So, and anytime you bring anyone into a place of your own business, if you've ever done that before, it brings in other aspects that sometimes you just don't want to deal with. Anyway, kind of a long rant there, just trying to explain where we're coming from. Like I said, if you've got a successful bin store, congratulations. I'm glad for you, and I hope you can keep it up. But for the rest of us, I'm punting that ball, and it's officially closed. So tonight, it's rained all day, so it's evening time. I'm going to start going through some of these last 5 or 6 auctions worth of stuff and start sifting through it a little bit. The big consignment auction is in 1 week, 8-9 days. So I need to have a vast majority of this ready to go down there so we can liquidate and go down there and get more, restock. So, well, we're going to start digging into some boxes then. Okay, so here's a box from the 3 auctions in 3 days. Day 2, where we got the entire truck bed full of junk for $100. So I don't know what that is. Looks like that's going in the take back to an auction sale. What we got here? Star Trek. That looks like an eBay item. Looks like we got some more Star Trek. eBay. More Star Trek. More Star Trek. More Star Trek, more Star Trek. Got some books. We'll go through these books and look them up. A lot of them will end up back at the auction. The good ones we'll put on eBay. Okay, pretty good box here. Yeah, it's probably junk, but that's weird. I'll go through the rest of these papers and make sure there's nothing I missed. But this box came in a whole pile of stuff I got for $1. Tons of boxes of books. I got a whole stack of books. I haven't even finished going through them yet. And all these boxes right here are books. And I gave $3 for all of them. Well, I think these are DVDs on this one, but the rest of these are Star Wars, Star Trek. These are just a bunch of different kinds of books. A lot of Dune books. So I usually do pretty good on books. Sometimes though, especially paperbacks, they're not worth much unless you can group them together as like a set or like a lot of Star Trek or a lot of an author. That's what I try and do, especially on the paperbacks, is try and group them together and sell them that way. Well, let's get to another box. Okay, we got another box. I believe this is from the same auction. If not, it's from the day before. I did a real bad job. I had this stuff kind of organized, and then I brought another load in, and it was not organized. So this looks like probably mostly stuff to go back to an auction. Costume jewelry. Costume jewelry. Christmas stuff. It's like an old Fresno, California map. Pretty rich, though. Let's see here. Somebody Shankles in 82, washed by her father on trail drives. I painted it in 1982. It was 75 years old. It is now 2010. It makes it about 103 years old. And this is 24, so I don't know what we'll do with that. It's been painted on, so probably internet auction. We'll look into that one, though. Costume jewelry. I don't know. Costume jewelry, it looks like. But like some random papers. Don't know. I'll have to do some checking on that one. It's aluminum. It's heavy. It's kind of weird. It's like more costume jewelry. Stuff. Seeing how dusty this stuff is, I think it came from day 2, where I got all that stuff for so cheap, just like that first box. Because the wind was and dust were crazy that day. No idea what that is. More Christmas stuff. Some more of those cups. Okay, nothing real exciting in that box. We'll have to go through some of this stuff. I don't know if any of it's worth anything. Probably just sell it as a whole lot. Okay, we got a box. This box, that was my bidder number at day 1 of 3 auctions in 3 days where they sold the lake property. I think I gave a couple bucks for this box. I bought it for I seen it had some stuffing in it, and my daughters both sew, so I think that's why I bought the box. I don't really remember. So, yeah. This poly stuffing, they use that, and they're always sewing on stuff. Looks like we got some more stuff. Let's see what that is in a minute. Some kind of blanket. What's that say? Coke bottles. Here we go. That's an oldie. That's a good one there. Silmar brand. Los Angeles Olive Growers Association. Must have been an olive oil bottle. Dr. Pepper. We'll have to do some checking and see what's, that feels old. That thing's heavy. We'll do some checking on them though. New grape soda. Another one we'll do some checking on. 100th Quick Trip. This probably isn't that old. Probably not worth much. Oklahoma Centennial. Another one I can't imagine is worth much. Stuff like this, no one opened them. So they probably produced way too many of them. Just guessing. Okay, let's see what else we got down in here. It's been a good box so far. Clothes. I think that's just some old nasty clothes. Some better tray. More stuff to go through. Cigar box. What's in here? Looks like some sewing stuff. Sewing bracelet stuff or something. I don't know. We'll let the girls look through that and see if they want it. That's cool. Some kind of radio. Calculator. Some kind of Barbie cup there. Looks like mostly trash. Empty. What's this? Empty. Yep. So we got some albums, Christmas albums, nothing. Home for the holidays, nothing. More Christmas ones, those aren't worth nothing. Those Coke bottles, though, that's a good score. Well, we've been in and out the last couple days, going through boxes, going through stuff. It has rained nonstop for the last couple days. Today it finally quit and warmed up. So had a lot of tornadoes in the area. Luckily none real close to us. So looks like down south in southern Oklahoma they got hit pretty hard, but nothing luckily around us, so that was good. I've went through a lot of crap. A lot of stuff here in the building. So I've got all this stuff here. We're going to take to consignment auction. Some more of the stuff. All this stuff, all the way down to there. All going to consignment auction. It's all stuff that's... I'm pretty picky on what I put on eBay, so it don't fit the criteria. So all of this stuff is going to consignment auction, including this stuff here. All consignment auction. This stuff here is going on an internet auction. So we can't send too much to the internet auction, about 100 items. So that's what we're going to start with. I've probably got 400 or 500 more items I need to send down there, but some of this stuff, I don't have very good luck with antiques on eBay, like real old stuff. And a lot of the stuff that I'd gotten at that auction is real old. So I don't really have as good a luck on that stuff on eBay for some reason. It's like from the 1970s and up, I can sell all day long on eBay, but the real old stuff, I tend to have a harder time. And it might just be me. Maybe how I'm doing it. So, and then I've got all this stuff here that we'll sort through, and most of it will go on eBay. And I've got all this stuff here to go through for eBay. Some of it will make the cut, some of it won't, but this is pretty cool. This was in a box I got for $1. It's even got the thermos and an extra thermos for laser tag. So that was a kind of a double score there. Then, believe it or not, that really hasn't... I mean, it scratched the surface, but I've got double this stuff still to go through. Like, all under there, haven't even touched. My shop is full of stuff, haven't touched yet. So, still got a lot of work to go. But, when I get all this cleared out, this week, I'll be taking all this stuff out. And I'm going to tear this bin apart. We use this for the bin store. So I'm going to tear all this out, get rid of the tables, and take the wood and build some more shelves. And open this all up where I can filter through this stuff a whole lot easier. Because right now it's a total pain. It's not set up for that at all. And it's been a real pain. So that's the plan. So anyway, well, guess we're going to call that a video. It's kind of been a multi-day process, and we've shut the bin store officially down, and now this building is for auctions. So that's the plan. And then in summer, we have a produce stand out in front of this store, so we'll store produce and stuff like that in here while we're doing that. So anyway, well, thanks for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, please do, and we'll catch you on the next video.